Morning folks, Cedar Transit Camper. Little project today. We're going to do something with this back door panel. This is where the window used to be in the back door, but since the accident we didn't bother with the window because we didn't need it. So we're going to recover that with a bit of wood. We're going to recover the blue, and then that's going to be a blank that goes on the inside of the door, and we're going to decide what we're going to do with it after. Might put a shelf, might put a little unit on it. We'll have a look, but stick with me. First job, let's tidy this mess up. So that's a bit of the housework done. Thanks for clicking on my YouTube video, by the way. So we're gonna get this table down, the bench down off the wall, and we're gonna just draw around that and cut it out with a jigsaw. And then we'll take the old fabric off and we'll glue a new piece on, and then we'll go and have a look in the van and see what it looks like, and we'll have some ideas of what we're gonna do with it. Catch you in a minute. Just roughly squared a piece off so we can use that for something else, like a little project in the boys' bedroom after. And then that little offcut, rather than have pieces lying around the shed that are all higgledy-piggledy, just square them off, put them somewhere tidy, and then it's no hassle when you need a bit of wood next time. So that fits perfectly on there. So we're just going to have a feel around where we can put 3 or 4 screws in to hold it down. You'll see me using these black drywall screws a lot, plasterboard screws. Probably not the best thing to be using, but I don't know why I like them. They pull up nice and tight, they do the job. And they're much cheaper than ordinary screws, I can tell you. So that's that screwed onto there. We're going to cover that now. Then anything I do decide to mount on that back door, I can just screw into this nice bit of thick wood. MDF it is. Once again, I do apologise. My videos are always noisy because we've got the Chinese heater going. If anybody who knows my channel, it's just always knocking and banging and roaring, but at least I'm warm. So I'll just get some felt, rough it out, and we'll cut that out. I'll give you a little tip with this felt. Always use sharp knives, get some cheap sharp knives, craft knives, and just throw them away because it bluntens knives really quick. But before you cut it, because you always tend to work on this more flat side, and you don't ever look at the front, the piece that you're putting on. Sometimes this has got damaged and you haven't looked. So you're always looking on the other side, you do all your spraying, you glue it on, turn it around, and there's a big cut in it or something, or paint on it or something like that. So always check the front, make sure it's a decent bit of stuff. I open the blinds and let a bit of daylight in. Very nice. I've just turned the heater off. So quiet, isn't it? Always give this 10 minutes to dry and try and stretch it on a bit if you can, otherwise you're going to end up with loads of creases. Lovely. I'll show you that. Nice and smooth, no creases, easy. I'm going to use my staple gun on the back. Just pull it over and give it a staple. Beautiful. I'll go all around that now. Little tip when you're going around a corner like that is just to do it in little steps. Don't try and take a big bite in the middle like that and then try and catch up around the outside. It doesn't tend to work. Once you've taken all little steps, this all levels itself out. Sometimes you're left with something like that, like a little pinch like that, which is fine. You can just put a staple through the middle of that and it'll hide it. But that's a good tip for you. Just do it in little bits, little steps. You saw me there take the inside off and pull those staples out. I'm actually thinking of using this to hold it on. So it's just double-sided Velcros, but it's dead strong. It's really good stuff. So it was quite expensive when I bought it. I can't remember what project I used it on, but I got this bit left over. So I'm thinking if I stick some to the back of the van door and some to that wood and staple it to the wood, that might be enough to just secure it on. But we'll have a look at that. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that just yet. Hey folks, so we're in the back of the van now. We've got the finished article. Now we've got to kind of decide how we're going to hold it on. But as you can see, there's the door, which used to have a window in, same as the other side. Like I said, we got rid of it. So that is going to fit on there somehow. And then either I'm going to have some sort of box there, or a tray, we thought maybe, that'll just drop down. This fan might be in the way, but we're just going to have a look at doing something with that. I think the first job is I've got to try and decide how I'm going to fit that on there. And I don't think the Velcro's idea is going to work because it's going to be too heavy. So we need to decide how I'm going to fix that there. Didn't really want to drill the van, but if I have to, I have to. So the problem I'm facing is you've only got this very thin overlap. That's the main door, so you drill through that, you're outside. So I've just got this very thin flange here. The originals have like a plastic insert which pushes behind there, and then they use those pop-in panel lockers, if you like, to hold it all together. But we haven't got that option. I threw them away a long time ago, and I think it'd be too much hassle to do that anyway, to be honest. So we're going to come up with an idea, and we'll see what we come up with. Right, so the Velcro's idea is a bit of a non-starter really. So we're going to make we're going to do it a side at a time, and I'm going to make some little brackets that just sit over, cover them in felt, and I'll make one of them and screw one of them on. See what that looks like first. I think that's a good start. I swapped those two silver self-tapping screws over now for my favourite black screws, and they've held in pretty well, so that's the start. And then I'm thinking down here we could do the same sort of thing, make a little square bracket to fit there, and then I don't think we're going to have to bother with the top. I think overall that will fix that. And then to make that look a bit neater, I'm going to make another one of those brackets, and I'm going to use it on this one and bring it up all in line. And that'll just finish the job off nicely. There's my two brackets cut out. Just get them covered now. So I've made those two brackets. We're back in the van now, and we're just going to have a look at fitting them. I'm going to do this one on the right hand side first, make that all look neat again. Now, some people are probably thinking, why did he make that bracket smaller than the other one? Well, there's a good reason for that. I measured it wrong, but I'm going to go with it. I think it looks all right. I'm happy with that. So I'm just doing the other side. Everything's going well, but when it rains, it pours. Here we go, look. I've managed to break the drill off. Wonder if I can get the end of the drill, tighten it up on the chuck and get that out easily. Well, we had a bit of luck there. That broken drill came out easily, so I've been in the garage and got a new one. So we're all right, we're back on track. And we've got the first one in there, lovely, with our bracket in the bottom corner. We'll just drill the other one now and we're done. Okay, that's it for this one, folks. Thanks very much. You've been watching Steve the Transit Camper. On the next one, we're going to have a look at how we're going to use this and whether we're going to put a box on it or whether we're going to have a drop-down tray in it. But it's going to be another piece of space that we can utilise in the van that isn't just going to be blank and unused. So we'll see you next time. You've been watching Steve the Transit Camper. Take care.